Known for some incredible wings and one of the league's most passionate fan bases. We're just outside of Buffalo at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Coming up, we're keeping things in the AFC for an intra-conference contest between the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. We're through the bye weeks and into the race for the postseason. Week 15 is underway on EA Sports. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. First tone of the game for James Cook. And he's out of bounds, but what a great play there, Brock. He's got him into field goal range. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
Anytime you go over half the field in one play, totally changes the complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end the series with some type of points.
Throwing now on 1st down, Allen. Finds his fullback. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Allen. He's got this complete to James Cook. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
You just got to love that angle, right? It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off a 1st down.
Cook trying this one up the gut. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Another one for Cook. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays, the ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
So they make the stop, but they do it with some illegal aid. The referees say there was interference that time.
And this is why it is so hard to stop these offenses. It's hard enough to cover, right, obviously, without being penalized, but then you get a little bump, you get a little push, and now you get a 3rd down conversion via penalty.
Running it after the penalty. He comes through big here. 9 yards. It's 2nd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Fullback trying to power it across. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Bills finish up an excellent opening series. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep. Certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
Pass now to kick this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10. Right to the air with May. Quick slant, that's Williams. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
They'll run it with Travion Henderson. Now he's past the 25. And they take him down just as he gets inside that red zone. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. From the red zone on 1st. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be a yard shy of the 1st as they force him out after the gain of 9.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Has some room to work. And he's got it. It's in close. And the stop is made after a gain of 6. That's going to make it 1st and goal.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Henderson hits the end zone for the New England touchdown. The Patriots finish off their opening drive. This is Andres Borregales trying to tack on the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Patriots respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Allen setting up play action. Dumped off to his running back. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion or at a premium in this league.
Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
It's now 3rd.
Stop right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force and the defense wins out.
Allen on 3rd and short. This is brought in by Coleman. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
That's good for a Bills 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
319, we go.
Straight ahead, here's Cook. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Brown 80. What's that?
Allen looking to throw. He's got Khalil Shakir. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. A gain of 26 yards there. And the Bills have a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Here's a give to Cook. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up second down.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them, keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Cook. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Play number 8 of this drive, and it's 8 that they need here on 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Complete beyond the marker. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Cook. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Only a yard that time, and now it's 2nd and goal from the 1.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Fullback's got it. Look at the power. And he makes it across. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills break the tie here in the 1st. Nobody counted on a return trip to the end zone for him, partner, and maybe that's why it worked out for his 2nd score of this game.
Yeah, and if 2's good, make him stop this fullback because the dude is on fire.
Let's go. Bass now to kick this away. And he's going to field this one in the end zone without a return, so that's going to bring us out to the 35-yard line. Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10. Starting on the ground with Henderson. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a New England 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. When you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And he's taken down as he takes this to the 38. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Off the play action, May. He'll check this one down, complete to the fullback. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. It's a 14-7 game. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. Back and ready now for the 2nd quarter. It's Patriots football. They'll have 2nd down as they look to continue this good drive. It's Henderson on the give. Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down's going to end up in a loss of yards. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
Crazy.
To the air on 3rd and long. Hits him on the in route. And he's close, but they say he did not get there. It's going to be 4th and maybe a yard.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the 1st down.
Would have been a 45-yarder, but instead the offense staying out there. They're going for it on 4th. Slot man in motion left. Trying to throw for it with May. Throw caught by his running back. And that's a quick stop there before he can do anything with it. So that tackle forces the turnover on downs.
It's a turnover.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. And he can't finish it off in the end zone, but a great effort. Out of bounds all the way down at the 5.
It's a gain on the play.
They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
He just didn't quite have the last bit of burst needed to finish it off, but don't be surprised to see them go his way again soon and give him a chance to earn that touchdown.
And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me these two defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Now from the 6 after that last play. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Allen. And he has the Buffalo touchdown. The Bills take a 13-point lead. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate. Yeah. You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Bass now to kick this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10. Trying an inside give to Henderson. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
2nd and 6.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Here's May to the air. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. 3rd and long, they're going to throw. That's complete to the rookie out of Alabama. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. They got 21 yards on the play. And the Patriots will have a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
So a fresh set of downs now from the 39. First down throw for May. Finds a man right side. And they get this down to the 28. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the first. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, here's May. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
Well, we have seen the value of a big physical tight end. Just like that. Those post routes downfield, so hard to defend. The great tight ends, the physical tight ends, it's almost as if they're posting up on the low block in basketball, and you can't get around them.
Trying to run it in. It's Henderson. And he gets absolutely pumped to end that one. It's a gain of 2 on the play. Still some work to do on 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Back to Henderson. And he will not be denied a second time. Touchdown, New England. The Patriots make it a 1-score game in the first half. Corey Gallis on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Patriots chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Patriots 14.
And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's White on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10.
Alert! Right in it! What's up?
It's Allen out of the pistol. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Woodson. And the Patriots are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
That's so cool. He really did it all for him, didn't he? First he forced the turnover, and then he set them up in a better spot with a really nice return. Yeah, he had designs on doing the scoring for him, too. One more move, and he might have broken it for 6.
New England bringing the offense to the line. 1st and 10.
What's up? Hey, what's up?
Going play action, May. And Bills get to him. He's brought down. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did. Wasted no time in getting that sack.
Pass rush could be coming again after that last sack, Brock. Let's see. Here's 2nd and 19. May now from the gun. Looking for his back, but it will not find him. That's incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Hey, come with me, come with me.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Taken in by Williams outright. And they take him down right along the 30.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. but they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
So now on 4th down, Andres Borregalis leading the Pats field goal team out for a try. From the right hash, it's a 47-yarder. Borregalis connects. Now, Brock, a lot of scoring so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. More from Highmark Stadium in just a moment. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
All 52.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. This is complete to Dawson Knox. At the 20. Touchdown, Buffalo! The Bills grow their lead just before halftime. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
Return starts at the 3. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Patriots lining up. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's May. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
They'll try again from the 20 after the incompletion. 2nd and 10. Here's May. Setting up the screen with Henderson. This one gets to the 22. Taken down on that play by Landon Jackson.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Third down, line to gain 9 yards out. Throw here, 3rd down. He finds his running back, Henderson. And he will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. He gets 16 yards on that play. And that's a New England 1st down.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Again, it's May. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Christian Benford has it.
May's pass. Intercepted. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10.
Alert, alert, alert!
Pressure coming, it's Allen. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free, incomplete. Dalton Kincaid, the intended target there. So that brings up 2nd down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one.
Finds a seam, left side, he's off to the races. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills get more points to end a lopsided first half. It's a James Cook touchdown. Pass on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills push their lead to 18.
Bills 35, Patriots 17.
Pass now to kick this away. Has this at the 6. He's stopped on the run back at the 27.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They've got 1st down here, but just 18 seconds to work with. Back to work after throwing the pick. Completed over the middle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st to 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Big strike here to Williams. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. To the air on 1st down, May. Caught just shy of the goal line. Touchdown, New England. The Patriots chop some of the lead off before the half. Gallis checks on the extra point. And the Patriots make it an 11-point ball game.
Patriots 24.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. Strong with the return. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Bass now to kick this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10. The give now to Henderson. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And the Patriots will have a 1st down.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it, and that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Here's May on 1st and 10. Hits him on the out route. Quick rally to the catch by the defense, stopping the gain at the 33. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
Rolling out to his left. Connects on the crosser. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a New England first down.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
May on 1st and 10. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
This is Henderson on 2nd down. That is exactly why you rally to the football. You got through one tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Crazy, crazy, crazy.
May now on 3rd down. They'll drop this to Henderson underneath. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Roy Gallis connects. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Here's White on the return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled.
At their own 37-yard line.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Back to throw now, Allen. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Pulled in by his back, Cook. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still 3rd down is short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Here's a screen for Cook. Fights his way through a tackle. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
1st down throw for Allen. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, that was so good, really, on 2 levels there defensively. Number 1, with an athletic quarterback, you've got to keep him in the pocket. They did. And then more importantly, and in this case, you got to finish him. Job well done.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. trying to find his tight end. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
3rd and long, it's Allen. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Wow, they must really trusted this guy's range. He's out for what would be a very long field goal. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. The Bills with a punt team out there. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. That's grabbed at the 10. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
At their own 15-yard line.
New England bringing the offense to the line. 1st and 10. May. Henry on the catch. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Operating from the gun, here's May. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long, but finally, this defense has an answer.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Putting a receiver in motion. They'll air it out on 3rd. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. That's Cole Bishop. And he's going to bring this back for the pick 6 and a Buffalo touchdown. Well, we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock, but how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right, getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make the pick. They secure the football, sure, but instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
And he's going to elect not to bring this one out, so no run back this time. We'll pick things up from the 35. Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10. They'll try the right side. Here's Henderson. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Went the wrong way on 1st down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's May. Quick slant, that's Williams. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
1st down, May. Yet another grab for Williams. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. A gain of 15 there. And the Patriots will have a 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage. at the combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
We've set it down from 37. First down throw for May. Hits his running back. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Something out of nothing, Kate. That may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down. Shotgun handoff to Henderson. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You know, Kate, over the years I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Has him on the quick hitter. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of it. Gain of 8, third down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
May now, 3rd and 2. Short pass brought in, and he'll get them enough for a first down. And for somebody who's been kicked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 4-yard line.
Second and 3 now. Henderson here from the gun. That's not the way you want to go. Wrong way there. The push sends him backwards to the 6.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 yards.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Three-quarters in the books from this one. It's the Patriots with possession, needing to erase that deficit in a hurry. Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. May now from the gun. That one's incomplete in the end zone. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And 4th and 4 coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Desperation time here on 4th. Oh, he's got it. It's in close. And he won't make the marker. They rally to him in time. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
In truth, Kate, I kind of felt like he was lucky to get what he got right there. The pressure from this defense to go get that safety, it was on. And that same pressure, well, they're not going to back down here on 2nd down as well.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. They'll try the right side with Cook. This is headed perilously close to their end zone, Brock. That tackle sends them backwards to the 4. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Allen on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to have them up to that 23. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Bills have a first down.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
Cook trying this one up the gut. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Allen setting up play action. Jump off caught by his back. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Third and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Finds a man right side. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Manages a gain of 3 there. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Allen fires out wide, complete. 40. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Dalton Kincaid with the touchdown.
I gotta say, the type of throw that took, and then where he made that catch, it had taken all 11 defenders and maybe a couple extra from the sidelines to keep him out of the end zone. Not only did he earn it, I feel like he deserved that touchdown.
Patriots, 27.
Bass now to kick this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10. Back now, pressure coming. And the Bills get to him. Down he goes. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you're on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just fling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, well, you take a huge negative sack like that.
Tight end in motion right. Here's made in the air. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Third and long for him here. That's completed right side. And this one won't get there. It looks good, but the stop is made just before he could get the first.
But it brings up 4th down.
Desperation time here. Taking a deep shot here. This is caught inside the 15. One of their biggest plays of the game so far, and it comes on a 4th down gamble.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Again, it's May. And he has it in the end zone for the New England touchdown. The Patriots get it back to within 2 possessions. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Escapes the pocket. And he has it in the end zone for 2, and that's going to chip away a little bit of that deficit. They get the 2 out of it, partner. Nicely done, but into double coverage. Felt like they kind of got away with one there.
That is a quarterback's best friend. I can't tell you how many times your players, your teammates, your offensive skill guys around you come back to huddle. Just say, give me a chance. Please, just give me a chance. Throw it up. I'll make you look good. And he did right there.
And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Cook. Up to the races, middle of the field. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills likely locked up the win right there. It's a James Cook touchdown. Pass on for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bills stretch their lead to 21.
Bills 56, Patriots 35.
Pass now to kick this away. Starting from the 5. Finds some space. He's past the 30. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. Patriots lining up. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is May. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Terrell Bernard. Will bring it into the red zone after a great turnover and return.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
He surges ahead for 5. Make it 2nd down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Another one for Cook. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into 1st and goal. Give him 13 on that play. And now they have a 1st and goal.
First down and goal to go.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Now a design run. It's Allen. Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. He's keeping it. Gotta get it forward. Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. They're just going to let the clock run out and take this delay. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. So an unforced error backs him up 5 ahead of this 3rd and goal snap. It's a designed run for him. The Bills will turn to their kicker, Tyler Bass, for the field goal try. This from just 23 yards away.